okay, I want to basically thank you guys for coming in today. And I wanted to go over some specific things relating to Kathy and her missing so much school. It's really beginning to affect her grades. And I'm really concerned because I'm thinking now that she's getting into older grades, it's going to cause a conflict with her understanding and building of information that she has to have in order to understand as she gets older. So what I'm going to say to you is I'm sure, Kathy, you don't mind helping mom at home.
Yes.
But it's so important that you come to school all the time. Most of the time, I should say. It's not. There's some days that you know you can have a day where you don't feel well or whatever, but last year you missed a lot of school, like 38 days of school. And that's very difficult to come in and understand what your teacher's asking of you because you miss so much of the work. So homework, you don't do too well with your homework as well. So homework is something that you need to be in class for to understand because it's a practice from what you learned in school that day. So I think it's important that you understand that it's most important for you to come to school most of the time. And now, with you not being here so much, there's a chance that you could not get promoted. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so Mom, I want to say to you, I know it's difficult with you having so many, and she's a great help, and I think that's great that she's a great help, but it's damaging to her education, and she has a right to an education. So we want to keep in mind, and I know you don't mean any harm per se by keeping her home, but when you have so many days and it builds up, it really does affect her. One of the things I noticed too, that she was being teased by some of the students in school because her clothes are dirty. And sometimes she comes to school with dirty clothes, and maybe because you don't get a chance to wash the clothes, back to back, they wear uniforms, so it's not like she could just go grab anything. But that's something else that we need to look and see, how can we help you get some of the laundry done, or have specific days where you can get that done, because she's being teased that her hair's not done and her clothes are dirty, and that's a concern of hers. Maybe that's why she doesn't want to come to school. So let's talk about some of the ways that we can work together. I think it's good that you're making her independent in many areas, but we want to make sure that she's presentable for school. And if maybe she needs some uniforms, we can even see if we can get her some uniforms from the charitable agencies. Sometimes they'll donate uniforms for kids. So we just need to have a line of communication going so that we understand what the need is. And one of the things I think it would be a good idea to try to work together is if I'm going to give her a calendar, and she actually can check off the days that she comes to school. And once she's finished for the whole month, we're going to try, in small increments to build with working on this. You and her can go out and celebrate, go out to dinner. We'll give you guys a gift card, and you can go out to dinner and celebrate dinner together that you've accomplished being in school for the 30 days that, or the amount of time, not missing any days for a month. This will give her a sense of accomplishment. It will also, help you with saying, even one day I didn't feel like it, but I got her there, and she was able to go, and she attended the entire day. And that's a day that we thought we were going to not be able to attend, but we did it. Just to kind of maybe motivate you a little bit, to give you something to kind of look forward to, because it is an accomplishment, because it's rough with many kids, small kids, getting them up and getting them ready. And one of the things that I have as a reminder to kind of help you put the goal is a bubble map. And the bubble map, what it does, just so you know, Kathy, you put the goal in the middle. And so let's say your goal is homework in the middle, and that means you want to make sure that you get your homework done at school. Homework, and let's do both. Let's do homework and attendance. And so what we're going to put around, how are we going to get to this goal, is the practices that we're going to use in order to get to this goal. So you're going to put down, writing down what your homework is while you're in school. You're going to put down paying attention to the board, because your teachers are going to write what the homework is on the board. So you're going to pay attention to the board while you're in school. You're going to listen for your teacher's announcements. There may be things there that you know that she doesn't put on the board, but she's going to tell you to write this down in your homework page, in your agenda. Okay, so you're going to utilize your agenda. And that's basically saying every time you go to a class, now I know that you're in 6th grade, you're changing classes, you're going to bring that agenda out and write down something that needs to be done for that class for the next day. Then when you get home, you can use this agenda and check off as you go along. This is a practice that you want to get, connected to, because it's going to help you with your homework to make sure that it's in your bag. When you get home, you show, okay, my homework's finished, I checked it off, I put my agenda in my book bag, and I put my homework in my book bag. This way you know you have it. Okay, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, so then this can be your reminder that you pick up out of your book bag and say, okay, what do I have to check to make sure my homework and I'm in attendance with my school for the week? Okay?
Okay.
So that's one way you can work that. Mom, this is something that you can use as well as a bubble in reference to preparing for school for the week. What can you do, or what can you put on this wheel that Kathy can do on her own? At night, she can take her bath. She can set out her clothes to make sure that they're clean clothes. If she doesn't have clean clothes, we can write her a pass. You can send her in something else and just ask for a pass to be written, because we don't want her to be, made fun of in any way, shape, or form just because she didn't get to the laundromat. That's fine. But again, it's having a sense of preparation. That's one of the things I think that we're looking to do. Because I think she does a lot of great things. She's helpful. She's a happy-go-lucky child, which I like about her. And I think that she's willing, she wants to do better and has a willingness, but she needs kind of to map out what it is that she needs to do, so she has a clear idea of what it is. The other thing, one of the things I think that she's challenged with is she's kind of not organized. So, she's so busy taking care of this or taking care of that, but we want her to have a clear picture of what it is that we need her to do, and then when she comes home, she knows exactly what she needs to do. And I wanted to mention, she made the comment that she has to do her housework before she does her homework, and I think that's backwards, right?
Yeah.
So when she comes home, you want to give her a sense of, a half an hour where she gets to maybe wind down, but then she's got to do her homework, and then once that's done, then she can say, Mom, do you need me to do anything? But the homework is first and foremost, because again, we're looking to try to get her back on track academically, because we don't want her to lose too much. The other situation that I wanted to discuss was maybe needing some outside services to help you with the younger children. Is that something that you think you might want to agree to?
I would definitely, be interested in it. It's really hard. I don't know what I would do without my daughter, because she helps me. I have a lot of medical issues, and I have seizures, and sometimes I need to just go lay down, and I can't take care of the baby. And she has been there, but I don't want her education to suffer because of my problems. So,
So maybe it would be a good suggestion for me to connect you with the Family Success Center, where maybe you can get the younger children in like daycare, the ones that are not in school, so that you can sleep, while they're at daycare a couple days a week, and get caught up on, the laundry and things like that. Like, you're kind of free of having them on your hip. And this way, it gives you more time as far as setting everything up, preparation time. So there should be a connection with daycare, and you getting connected to, even like I said, if it's part-time, a lot of times they have stipends and things where they can allow you to go a couple days a week because you're looking for jobs or what have you. This way, this will help with you getting yourself set up, so when the kids come home, you already have in line what they're trying to do. Because it sounds like things are going, I'm not saying that you're not a good mother, I think you are a great mother, because we've had, connections before with your older son, and he's doing really well right now. So I think that you're attentive to your children. I think that you're there for them. I just think you're a little overwhelmed because you have so many so close, and now it's doing multiple things for multiple children. So let's just try to get a sense of what it is that you need. If you'll let me know, if that's something that you could use. And then, like I said, the uniforms, if you need help with purchasing uniforms for the school year for the kids, let me know. I can get that for you, can help you out with that. And then, like I said, our main goal is to get you some time so that you can get set up and then prep for whatever it is that you need to do house-wise, and then the kids, you can designate their jobs based on, the age, and not just having her to be I know she's the oldest girl, but it's hard for her to decipher, to be able to do all this stuff, and then think about homework, because then she's tired. So I don't think that you're wrong for leaning on her for some help, but I think we just have to redirect it now and see if we can get you some help, and then delegate the jobs based on her brother doing some things, because he's older. Even though he's a boy, he can still chip in and do some things. And then, like I said, having clear idea, using this bubble to have clear ideas of what it is that you need done from each child, and how they can pick up the pieces that way. Do you have any questions or anything that you want to kick back at me in reference to that?
We could definitely use some more uniforms, because her size changed, and the laundromat, is several blocks away, and I have the three babies with me at all times, and I can't I can't carry 3 children and the laundry all the way there without help. So I mean, we could definitely use some more uniforms. That would help stretch throughout the week. That would be real helpful.
Okay.
And I would love some help.
Okay. And I think the other thing that we can look at too is connecting with like a counselor, a family counselor, who can come in and maybe kind of decide who would work best well where. Even with your the children's father, maybe that if she comes in and kind of sets you guys up, knowing what's the best way for this family to function, knowing all people to know their function. I think that would be a good idea for you as well. Is that, like, again, the outside services is something that we can connect you to help you in these years, these growing years, where you're trying to figure out which path you should take. So I think family counseling would be another good connection to link you to help you better understand the roles, everybody understand their roles and what they need to be doing in their roles. So, and then Sarah gets a break, you even get a break, because everybody's taking part. Is that something that you think that you'd be interested in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. I think this is great that we had this conversation together, and that you guys have been really good with sharing information with me, being honest, and letting me know exactly how things were, because then I can better service you with what it is that you need. So I appreciate that you guys have come in and been so open, not to point fingers at anybody, but just to try to see if we can get a plan together so that we can all work together, so that you can feel like you're moving in the right direction and you're accomplishing things. So I'm going to say to Kathy, we'll continue to work together, and you're going to work towards coming to school every day. You're going to check it off, right? And at the end of the month, then you and your mom are going to get to go out and have dinner, because you worked really hard together to get to school every day. Homework, again, is something that if you're having trouble with, please let me know, because then I can talk with the teacher and see what other things we can put into place to help you make sure you're getting it back and forth, okay? There's an after-school program that I think you would be a good candidate for, that the teachers can help you there. So by the time you get home, most of your homework is completed. So that's not even something that mom has to do, okay? Because there's a lot going on. But if we put everybody, like I said, in place, then everything should roll a little bit easier, okay?
Yes.
So I appreciate you guys coming in today. And if you have any other questions, let me know. You can always call me. And other than that, great. We've got a lot of work to do, and let's get started. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Miss Dale.
Along with that.